Tom, a struggling single dad, lived a life marked more by exhaustion than events. Between juggling two part-time jobs and caring for his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, every day was a race against the clock. His life was a balancing act of managing time, finances, and the endless demands of parenthood alone. Despite these challenges, Tom maintained a hopeful outlook, driven by the love for his daughter and the hope for a better future. On this particular morning, Tom was especially anxious. He was on his way to a job interview for a position that promised not only better pay, but also more regular hours, both desperately needed improvements to his current situation. Dressed in the neatest attire he could muster, a clean but worn-out suit he kept for occasions just like this, Tom was mentally rehearsing his interview responses as he drove. His old car, a reliable but outdated sedan, hummed steadily along the suburban roads of his small town. As he rounded a corner, he noticed a car pulled over with hazard lights blinking, a sure sign of distress. Approaching slowly, he saw a woman standing by the car, looking bewildered and trying to read the car manual in her hands. Tom hesitated for a moment, glancing at the clock on his dashboard and considering the little time he had left to make it to his interview. Yet, something within him couldn't drive past someone in need. Pulling over, Tom approached the woman. "Need some help?" he asked, flashing a friendly smile to ease her evident stress. The woman looked up relieved. "I have no idea how to change a tire," she admitted with a frustrated laugh. "I'm Emily," she introduced herself, shaking his hand briefly. "I'm Tom," he replied as he set down his briefcase and took a quick look at the flat tire. "Let's see what we can do about this." As Tom changed the tire, he and Emily chatted casually. She seemed genuinely interested in hearing about his life and was impressed by his willingness to stop and help despite clearly being dressed for something important. Tom, ever humble, brushed off her compliments, focusing on getting the job done quickly so he could still make it to his interview. Once the tire was changed, Emily thanked him profusely. "I really can't thank you enough, Tom. How can I repay you for this?" "Just glad I could help," Tom responded with a smile, wiping his hands on a rag. "Have a great day, Emily." They exchanged contact information quickly, and Tom hurried back to his car, watching the time tick perilously close to his interview slot. Little did he know, this chance encounter would soon change the course of his and Lily's lives in ways he couldn't have imagined. As Tom drove away from helping Emily, he couldn't shake off a feeling of contentment despite the ticking clock. His actions, though possibly costly in terms of time, reinforced his belief in doing the right thing, a value he was keen on passing down to Lily. Meanwhile, Emily watched Tom's old car disappear down the road, deeply moved by the kindness of a stranger who expected nothing in return. Emily wasn't just any stranded driver. She was, in fact, a successful entrepreneur and millionaire who had built her wealth through a series of savvy investments and a keen business acumen. Her visit to the small town was part of a quieter lifestyle she was considering, away from the hectic pace of the city. That day, she had decided to drive herself without her assistant, seeking some solitude and ordinary experience, something that Tom had unknowingly become a significant part of. After their encounter, Emily couldn't stop thinking about Tom's situation and his selfless act. She felt a strong urge to do something more for him, to somehow return the favor not just with thanks but in a way that could make a real difference. She found herself repeatedly looking at Tom's contact information, wondering about the best approach. A few days later, while Tom was still reeling from the missed job opportunity, having arrived just a bit too late due to the unexpected stop, he received a call. It was Emily. Her voice was warm over the phone, immediately bringing a smile to his face. "Tom, I have been thinking about how you helped me the other day, and I found out that I left our meeting feeling incredibly inspired by your kindness," Emily started. She paused, giving Tom a moment to respond. "That's very kind of you, Emily." "I'm just glad I could help," Tom replied, his tone modest. "Well, I want to offer you something in return," Emily continued. "I'm not sure if you'd be interested, but I have a job opportunity that I think could be perfect for you. It's a managerial position in my company. We need someone with your ethic and ability to think on their feet. What do you say?" Tom was momentarily speechless. This was the last thing he expected. I don't know what to say, Emily." "That sounds incredible," he managed to respond, his mind racing with the possibilities this could mean for him and Lily. "I'd like to meet and discuss this further if you're interested. Can we arrange a meeting soon?" Emily proposed. "Absolutely, I'd love to." "Thank you so much," Tom said, a mix of excitement and disbelief in his voice. As they set a time to meet, Tom hung up the phone, overwhelmed by the turn of events. From a simple act of changing a tire to a job offer that could turn his life around, this was something he never saw coming. The reality that Emily was a millionaire and willing to offer him such an opportunity was both stunning and uplifting. The meeting between Tom and Emily was set at a quaint cafe near the center of town, a neutral place that felt comfortable and informal. As Tom walked into the cafe, his nerves were a mixture of excitement and apprehension. He hadn't been in a job interview setting for quite some time, and certainly never one that had started quite like this. Emily greeted him with a warm, encouraging smile that helped ease his initial tension. They ordered coffee, and once settled at a quiet table, Emily began to outline the details of the job she had in mind for him. "The position is for a manager at one of my companies," Emily explained. "It's a role that requires a blend of kindness, efficiency, and the ability to handle unexpected challenges, qualities you demonstrated perfectly the other day." Tom listened intently, nodding as Emily described the responsibilities and the potential for growth within the company. The job was more than just a managerial role. It was a chance to be part of a dynamic team in a growing business, with opportunities for personal and professional development that Tom had only dreamed of. What's more, Emily continued, the job comes with a competitive salary, health benefits, and flexible hours, ensuring you have time for your daughter. I understand how important that balance is for you. Tom was overwhelmed. This job could change everything for him and Lily. More stability, better conditions, and the end of juggling multiple part-time jobs. "Emily, I can't thank you enough for this opportunity," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "This could really change our lives." "I'm offering this because I believe in paying kindness forward," Emily replied. "You helped me without asking for anything in return, and now I want to help you in a way that truly matters." They spent the rest of the meeting discussing the next steps and what Tom needed to do to prepare for his new role. As they shook hands and parted ways, Tom felt a surge of hope and gratitude. He couldn't wait to share the news with Lily, whose bright future was his driving force. True to her word, Emily facilitated Tom's transition into the new role smoothly. She was supportive, ensuring he received the necessary training and resources to succeed. Tom's hard work and natural leadership skills shone through, and he quickly became a valued member of the team. The community also rallied around Tom's success, inspired by how a simple act of kindness had spiraled into a life-changing opportunity. Tom's story was shared as a testament to the power of goodwill, and it encouraged others to think about how small, kind acts could lead to significant, positive changes in their lives and the lives of others. As for Tom and Lily, they found their lives transformed. Not only were their financial struggles alleviated, but Tom's new job allowed him more time to spend with Lily, enriching their relationship and providing them with a more secure and joyful life. The unexpected journey from changing a tire to changing their lives was a profound reminder of how interconnected everyone's fortunes could be and the immense power of kindness and serendipity.